Hey everyone, it's Spoonful for you, back at you again with another video. I apologize for not being there in person, however, it's extremely late, and I don't have the personal time to sit downstairs and make a video. But nevertheless, I'm upstairs, in the comfort of my own bed, recording this video for all of my fans. Now, I haven't made a Save Splash Mountain video in a very, very long time. And I was one of the many people that was extremely disappointed last year when the Princess and the Frog retheme was coming, when it was announced. I was extremely disappointed, not only because Splash Mountain is one of my favorite rides, not only is it non-racist, but Princess and the Frog deserves its own attraction, its own love. And I think that the parks should be more inclusive and extremely better towards Black African Americans. Now, Splash Mountain is being fairly compared to racism. Black African Americans are being told that Splash Mountain is a racist, stereotypical type of a ride that is basically bashing black people and their culture, when this is far from the case. I think now, because it's 2021, black people and everyone should be educated about basically what this ride truly is. Splash Mountain is based off of Song of the South, which is a film basically controversial for its elements. However, it's truly a film that is about black people and white people living together in a magical life, a magical world that is completely exaggerated, free of racism, and more about hope, love, and peace. This movie was so huge for the time for black people that the lead actor won an amazing award. And at the time, this actor was the first Black African American to win such an award. Now, I've mentioned all of this before, but I think 2021 is the year that we should educate our black brothers and our black sisters. African Americans matter in this country, and they matter in this world. And I'm tired of this lie being fed through the media to the African American people and to every person in this world. Splash Mountain is African American folklore. Song of the South and Splash Mountain are based off of the stories of real-life slaves during the 1800s. They were suffering through troubling times and created stories to calm them down. One such character created was Brer Rabbit himself. I think this is truly captivating and such an honor that black people have a character to look up to. You know, most white people can look up to Luke Skywalker or, Han Solo, Indiana Jones, just because of their skin color. Black people can look up to these characters as well, but I think it's always great when they have their own folklore. Germans have their own folklore, Americans, everyone. Asians have their own folklore. It's just something special that black African Americans have. Brer Rabbit represents hope, but also adventure and wonder in every black African American. Someone who can never give up. Someone who's always determined to live that next adventure. This is a perfect representation of what slaves were back in the 1800s. Most of them were ready to break free of slavery and break free of their bonds, to live a life of peace and freedom together. And that is perfectly what Brer Rabbit represents. Brer Fox and Brer Bear, you could say, are the types of African Americans that were actually becoming whiter during the 1800s. Now, what do I mean by whiter? Well, at the time, they became more educated. They got the higher class. They were better served because they were learning how to read, they were learning how to write. And they kind of frowned upon at their brothers and sisters who were not as educated and were causing trouble. A perfect example of this is Django Unchained, a Quentin Tarantino film which came out, I believe, in 2012. The character was played by Samuel L. Jackson, and this is a perfect representation of what happened during this time. He was rude, cranky, and would use his education to strike fear into people under him. So you could, in a way, say that Brer Fox and Brer Bear are these types of black African Americans in the folklore. And blacks that were not as educated at the time feared these people. But some stood up. And I think this is a perfect representation of Brer Rabbit, a true adventurer who knows his way around, who can outsmart the enemy. I think Splash Mountain and Song of the South are beautiful. They're wonderful works of art, especially for the black African Americans. Some people complain that the voices sound racist, that they're caricatures of black people in the South, or stereotypes. Now, I just have to make myself perfectly clear, and I've said this a million times before. I have family that talks just like this in Georgia. They speak exactly like this. I am white. They are white. They speak like this. They have accents like this. It's not racist in any way, in my personal opinion. And like I said, back to what I'm talking about in this video, 2021 should be a year of peace. It should be a year of joy, and it should be a year of inclusion. And I think that we're not getting inclusion. I think Disney is very, very stupid right now. No offense. They're just making a horrible decision. Not only is Splash Mountain being removed, but Princess and the Frog is getting a stupid overlay of an existing ride. Princess and the Frog, the first film with a black princess. I think this should be a way bigger deal. I think Princess and the Frog should get their own land, and I would have no issue with it. We don't care if Princess Tiana comes into the park. We don't care if there's inclusiveness. I care when a iconic ride is being trampled on and is being destroyed by false accusations and false rumors. Song of the South and Splash Mountain must be preserved, and I think 2021 is the perfect year to preserve it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, spread this video to all of your friends, to all of your family, to our black African American friends and our black African American sisters and brothers and just lovers and everyone, I think Splash Mountain is a ride that must be preserved for generations. I think without Splash Mountain, Disney loses that storytelling that we've loved for so long. Back in the day, Disney had so much passion and so much heart, and their stories connected and resonated with guests of all ages, of all genders, of all places around the world. Disney, if you remove this ride, you're hypocrites. You destroy a piece of history. You destroy your past, and you destroy your passion for storytelling, good storytelling. Please, I beg you, spread the love, not the hate. Splash Mountain must be preserved, and it should be enjoyed by guests, and especially African Americans for generations to come. Please, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. Spread this video, spread the love, not the fear, not the hate, the love. Black lives do matter. They do. But all lives matter. And right now, Asians are being targeted by racism, and we need to respect what comedy is and what realism is. And we need to respect what is going on with Black African Americans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Bye, everyone.